Hey guys, welcome back to Motoring Box. I'm Sean McKellar. This is my 2004 BA Falcon XR6 Turbo, and today we're going to be looking at a useful little tool which you can purchase and connect to a laptop to help read fault codes from the ECU of any Ford Falcon, and I believe Mazdas and other associated cars like that. So there are lots of little tools you can buy from eBay and places like that, little Bluetooth adapters which you can hook into the OBD2 port of your ECU, connect to a smartphone via Bluetooth and scan for codes and get virtual gauges and things like that. But today we're going to be looking at a system which I think absolutely blows those out of the water, and it is called Forscan. So this is a cheap OBD2 USB adapter which I purchased off the internet, and I'll leave a link in the video description if you want to buy one of these as well. But what we can do is we can connect this to the OBD2 port down here in the fuse panel, and the other end connects to a laptop via USB. And what we can do with this, now that we've got the USB in the correct way around, is we can download a piece of software which is called Forscan. So Forscan is basically a free app which you can download for Windows. If you have a MacBook or Macintosh, you can download it for iOS, and there's an Android version as well. And when you launch the app, it looks a little something like this. So we'll connect to the vehicle. This is going to take some time, and it's going to run through and run checks on all of the different modules around the car. So we're just connecting. Here we go. The connection has been established. I do have a profile saved in Forscan for this car. So it's going to run through everything, and it's going to throw us some error codes. So these are codes which they're not going to mean a lot to you right now, but you can go on to Google and search for these codes in association with whatever car you're searching for. So Ford XR6 Turbo, code U1900, for example, and you should get some search results there which will help you to work out what's actually going on. So the first code here, U1900, it's a CAN communication bus fault. Signal is above maximum threshold, so I'll have to work out what that is later on. No faults with either of those modules. There's another U1900 CAN bus fault in the audio control module, so we'll have to look into that one. This one's saying the battery voltage level is too low. That might be true because this car's been sitting around for quite a few weeks now without charge. So I'll have to have a look at that and see if charging the battery can get rid of that fault. This one's talking about the air temperature internal sensor is open circuit. This is the body electronic module, so I'm not sure if that's a feature that this car has or not. Maybe if a car has climate control, it would have an air temperature internal sensor, whereas I don't think sort of base model cars and XRs actually have that because this car does not have climate control. And again, this code down here is talking about the seat memory module line is open or shorted to ground. Now this car does not have electric seats, so as far as I'm aware there is no seat memory module connected, so it might be throwing some of these codes as a result of not having certain components which some of the upper models or cars with options would have actually had. So really the main thing I'm worried about here is probably this U1900 code, the CAN communication bus fault. So I'm going to have to do some further investigation about that. But otherwise, look, I'm not too worried about any of the other fault codes this car has thrown up. So really, we're just scratching the surface as to what this app is capable of, and I'm really looking forward to delving further into it to learn more about what it can do. But if you're going to be around Falcons for the foreseeable future, I wholeheartedly recommend buying this adapter. It doesn't cost very much, and again, I'll leave a link in the description below. And Forscan itself is free. So in my opinion, this really craps all over these kind of cheap eBay Bluetooth adapters which you can buy, because it's basically a more thorough version of what those little adapters can provide, and being able to reset particular modules in your car to troubleshoot and diagnose problems I think is a really awesome feature. A really good example of that is a mate of mine actually imported an AU Fairmont into the UK, and upon arriving that car actually had a problem with the immobilizer, and in conjunction with his mechanic they were actually able to download Forscan, get an adapter, reset some of the modules in that car and actually get that car started again. And when you think about it, in that particular example, the only other thing to do would be to take it to a Ford dealer. And when you're in the UK, there are no Australian Ford dealers anywhere near where he's located. So in that particular example, it was a lifesaver, but for you at home in the garage, for the price that this adapter is and the software is free, I think you're crazy not to run this if you haven't got it already. So yeah, that's just a quick look at this software, guys. It is not by all means the most in-depth rundown ever, but yes, I think it's a really cool software to have, and it's really going to come in handy, I think, if this car does develop any problems later on. It's nice to know you've got this software available to troubleshoot those problems. So thank you very much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, hit like, hit subscribe. If you want to know more about it, hit me up in the comments below. And if you want to support the channel further, do consider becoming a member or joining up on Patreon. And hopefully, I'll see you next time.